everyone, thanks so much for watching. So this video is going to be a different kind of video. This is going to be an instructional video on how I wash my brushes, specifically my brushes in the Bdellium Tools brush line. Focus, no. Great, okay. Well anyway, basically Bdellium Tools, this line of brushes has an antibacterial agent within their hairs, so in order to save that, you don't want to use any type of brush cleansers. You see how this is like, it was like in the case like all funky, but it'll dry better. But anyway, so what they recommend is a mild shampoo. So I'm going to be using the Rusk Sensories Healthy Shampoo. I'm going to turn my water on. I'm probably going to have to talk a little louder. And we're just going to use lukewarm water. And then I have a towel set up over there, so if you see me wandering. So basically what I want to do is I want to get the brush wet, so that, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get the brush wet. I'm going to take a little bit of shampoo, and I like to put mine directly on the brush just to make it a little neater, and basically I'm just going to lather it in, work it in gently. You want to be very gentle with your brushes because you want to maintain the bristles. You don't want to rip them out. It's not like you're getting a rough lather like you would with your hair. So I basically just work the shampoo through, and then I let it run until obviously I get the shampoo out, but until it runs clear. And my brushes, some are dirtier than others because I use more on clients than others. So this one's running clear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out the excess water, and I'm going to almost shape the brush again so that it dries, you know, with no frayed hairs. So once I've wrung out all the excess water, I smooth my brush out, and it looks like that, nice and wet. And I'm basically just going to lay it down and let it sit. So then I'm going to take this as a synthetic brush. So again, wet it a little bit. When I have smaller brushes, what I do is I put a little bit of shampoo in my hand, and I swirl it around. And you'll see the shampoo get nice and brown because, maybe you won't see it, because of all the product coming off. And then I do that under the water until it runs clear. And that assures me that all the product is out. I have some shampoo left on my hand. You can see that it's still clear, so that means that the brush is clean. And we're going to wring that out. Nice and clean, and I'm going to put that on my towel. Now with brushes, you want to make sure when you wash them, here's a nice dirty one, you want to keep it down so that the water doesn't drip into the ferrule, which is this metal part. And if it drips into this, it'll loosen the glue, and then your brushes will fall apart. So this is another one. I'm going to dampen this. And this is another scenario where I'm going to put it in my hand. And this I'm going to use a lot of shampoo for because this is very dirty. This is my synthetic foundation brush, and as you can see, it looks almost like I have foundation in my hands. I'm going to rinse that clear. And I don't know if you can tell, but the water definitely changed color at that one. It's like orange. Brushes like this that I use very often, obviously I wash it in between clients, but I've been using this one pretty often, and I haven't cleaned it in a while, but I've been using it on myself. So I'm going to run it through a couple times, because I also don't like when my brushes are stained. I'm a bit neurotic. So as you can see, it's actually still very dirty. See, that's not suds, that's product. So again, we're going to run it through. Always aim your brush downward, like I said. That's one of the most important things. And that's why we don't stand them back up in their organizational space when they're drying. You want to lay them down on a flat towel. Oops, dropped a brush. So that's basically what it looks like. I want to show you how to wash one more brush. This is my stippling brush. duo fiber. These are usually white and they're not. So this is another one. We're going to wet this. And this you have to be very careful when you clean because of the duo fibers, because it's 2 different layers of hair. So as always, I take my shampoo and I'm going to swirl this around. Swirl it some more. And this one is definitely a brush that takes a while to clean because you want to be very careful with it because it's already not as densely packed as other brushes. As you can see, it's still got some product residue. So I'm going to take some more shampoo and we're going to swirl that in and also lather. A lot of times you'll think that your brush isn't clean, but the product has just stained it. So it's unfortunate, but with white bristles, that tends to be what happens. If you've ever seen any of my old videos, I had some brush reviews, and my biggest pet peeve with brushes is white bristles because I can't stand when they get stained. I feel like I'm an elf, and I'm like, twirly, twirly gumdrops. One of my favorite Christmas movies. Okay, so now that all my brushes are clean, I just wanted to show you what I've done. This is just a regular kitchen towel that I've laid down, and I laid all my brushes flat so that they can dry. Sometimes they take about 24 to 48 hours to dry, so what I recommend is to make sure that if you absolutely need brushes to have a second set, if you can see back there, that is collaboration or accumulation of all my other brushes that I will be cleaning. There's some crown brushes, some e.l.f., some Coastal Scents, all up in there. So that's how I clean my brushes. Make sure that you always clean your brushes, even if it's for personal use, even if you only use them for personal use, for sanitary reasons, to maintain your brushes, and just to be, I guess, as clean as possible. Bacteria builds up from germs on your face and your hands, and you really don't want to, jeopardize your skin in that way. So, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.